Welcome students of Form 3, but also Form 4 and 5 if you're trying to recapitulate for your exam or another test what we did the past few years. So if you're in Form 5, your examination year, this could be a good video to refresh all of the things that you forgot. If you might not know, I work at the Sky Pre-University, that's a humanist high school, and we work with the CSEC and CAPE system that is also used commonly in the British-speaking Commonwealth and often also CARICOM Caribbean. So if you're going to school in another area of the Caribbean, Belize, Caribbean, Barbados, or elsewhere, this could also be very well helpful for you because we also use the CXC that you can find over here. And I'm using this book about social studies. That's the back because the front is broken. Social studies for CSEC study guide. Yeah. And we're looking at paragraph 7 of chapter 3. And if you hear some growling, that's my dog. Hey, Lila. Yeah. And this chapter, what I was talking about before I told about my dogs, is called How Political Parties Prepare for Elections. Like you can see here now when I zoom in. Yes. And this page looks roughly like this. How Political Parties Prepare for Election. And that's chapter 7. Yes. So that is chapter 3 actually, and part 7 to be exact. How political parties prepare for elections. So how political parties prepare for elections, like you can see here. And in the left corner over here, you see the learning outcomes. That is what you have to know. If I finished this talking about this part of chapter 3, what you must be able to do and what you must be able to know. And the learning outcome is describe, so that's the learning verb, how political parties prepare for elections. So for political parties, elections are very important. And what do they do to prepare for these elections? You got to be able to describe this. So in multiple phrases, go deep into it. How do political parties prepare for elections? That's the learning outcome of this paragraph. And probably you've taken the right page in front of you. If you didn't, do that please. That's page 52. No, not page 52, it's 50. Yeah, like you can see here, take in front of you, page 50. You can see that here probably, page 50. Taken in front of you. Yeah, and first part on the top, you see the following. Over here, you see the following text. We're going to look at that. So, why is preparing for election an extremely important activity? Yeah, preparing for an election for the political party. If they don't, they'll be in a lot of trouble because during this time, during this period, both is fine. So during this time, during this period, voters are convinced of which party to vote for. So during this time, voters are convinced, in my beautiful handwriting again, for which party, of which party to actually vote for. So that's why it's a very, very important time for political parties, because during this period, mostly like 2-3 months, in this few months, people will think about, okay, who am I going to vote for? And those who are undecided, floating voters, I believe you call it in English, we'll talk about that in a minute, can decide in this time for which party they're going to vote. So since it's during this time, this period, that voters are convinced of which party to vote for. Yeah. And one of the things that are important, and if you're going to vote in 5 or 10 years or so, it's very important for you that you look at the so-called party manifesto. That's a very important document that you have to look at before you're going to vote for a party. And a party manifesto is a public declaration of principles or intentions. So in public, a party declares these are our principles principio non mita pensa y ese quita nos intentionan. Ese quita nos meta non. Yeah? So they declare in public, this is what you want to achieve. Ese que nos que logra ding e quateranya non. This quateranya. This do we want to achieve in the next 4 years. And these are our beliefs and principles, like we saw here already. The changes beliefs need to be brought about, and the strategies, policies, and legislation. Politica non, legislaturen non. To achieve this. So how is it going to do this? They want to put in these policies, and they want to put in these changes and these legislation. To achieve these changes, to achieve their intentions and principles into society. So this is really important. Party manifesto is a declaration of principles and intentions, like you can see here, here, and here. And it sets out their beliefs and their principles, and it changes beliefs that need to be brought about in the society and how they're going to do that. That's their policies over here and their legislation. Legislation is a difficult word for the laws they want to put in society to bring about the changes that they want according to their beliefs and according to their intentions. The words principles, intentions, changes, and policies and legislation, those are really important. Those are written down into a party manifesto, and it is also a way to convince a voter to vote for a specific party to be exact. While an airplane is flying above me, we talk further. The party manifesto is important because this is a way you convince the people to vote for you, to talk about your beliefs and your intentions, and how you're going to bring about your intentions and your beliefs. Another thing that is important, so the declaration of principles or intentions, and it sets out these beliefs and intentions, and it changes beliefs that are needed. Besides that, the candidates on your list are also important to convince the people to vote for you. People in Curaçao often do not vote for you because of your party manifesto, because I have to tell you, a lot of people don't read it. I would really imply you, really, like we say in Dutch, ik druk het op je hart, I press it onto your heart. We don't say that properly in English, but really read the party manifesto because it's really important. But besides that, and especially in Curaçao, the candidates who you're going to choose into parliament if you vote for a party is also very important. And anyone wishing to stand must be registered on an official form. So you must be like put down on an official list. You cannot just come in the last minute and say, okay, you have to be registered on a special list. Or you can also say nominated. So that's even a better word. Nominated. Perhaps that's even better. So you must be nominated on an official form and be registered in the nominations office by a given date. So you must be nominated on an official form and you must be registered in the nominations office by a given date. So before a given date, you must be registered. If you're too late, you're too late. All candidates put down an entrance fee. I believe this is correct. Like you have to give a certain amount of money. We call this an entrance fee, a deposit. But another word for that could be also an entrance fee or also a deposit, which is lost if you are not elected. So Gilbert Ricardo of Mijo Curaçao, he handed in a deposit, but he lost it because unfortunately for him, he was not elected into parliament. So all candidates must put down a deposit which is lost
if they do not gain a specified number of votes and are not elected into parliament. If they are not elected into parliament, they lose this deposit, unfortunately for them. Like we say in Dutch, helaas, pindakaas. Yeah, so we see the candidates are important to convince voters to vote for a specific party, but even more important is the party manifesto, in which the party declares what it wants to achieve, what its beliefs are, what they want to change into society, and which policies and which ideas they're going to put into place to put into practice these ideas. Because a party wants to improve or change the society. And how they're going to do that, they write that down in their party manifesto. If you choose on a party, certain people are going to be elected into parliament, and this is written down into the candidate selection. I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope to see you very soon during my class. And for now, I wish you a very nice day. And I hope to see you very soon